Today I present to you an adaptation of one of my mum's most amazing recipes. Now, mum's version used to take way too long to make. You required a candy thermometer and endless boiling, and it was just way too complicated. This is a quick and simplified version, and I hope you enjoy it. It's time to make some caramel fudge on the One Pot Chef. Caramel fudge. This really brings back a lot of childhood memories. My mum used to make this maybe once or twice a year, and it was always a treat. It was the most amazing, sweet, deadly, bad for your teeth thing you will ever eat in your entire life. So, very occasional treat. I highly recommend you don't make this on a regular basis. Basically, to begin with, we've got a cake tin, just a normal square cake tin, and I've greased it and lined it with some baking paper. This will make it about 1,000 times easier to get it out of the tin, because if you don't put the paper on there, you won't be able to lift the fudge out. It'll be very difficult to cut up. So grease and line your tin. Let's go make some fudge. In a saucepan over medium heat, I have 150 grams of butter, and to that I'm going to add 500 grams of brown sugar. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be thinking, my God, that's excessive, and it is. But the fact is, we're making caramel fudge, we're not making salad, so get over it. Next, we're putting in some vanilla. I'm putting in about a teaspoon or so. Half a cup, or 125 millilitres of milk. Doesn't matter what kind of milk you use. I'm using skim milk, but you could use full cream milk, whatever. And a 400 gram can of sweetened condensed milk. And stir to combine. We're just going to stir it gently over this medium heat until all the butter has melted into the mixture, and you just need to gently stir it until the sugar has completely melted. Now, you'll know the sugar has melted because it won't feel gritty as you stir it. It's kind of difficult to describe, but you'll know once it's done. Butter and sugar has completely melted. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to set the timer for 15 minutes, and you need to continuously stir this for 15 minutes, because if you stop stirring, it can stick to the bottom and burn. Now, just before we move on, I just wanted to mention, because I forgot to mention it earlier, you really need to use a heavy base saucepan for this, something with a thick base. If you use a thin base saucepan, this can very quickly burn because the heat isn't evenly distributed. So make sure you've got your heavy base saucepan ready, and let's keep stirring. This is just about ready to come off the stove. It's thickened slightly, and as you can see, the colour has lightened quite a bit. So this is ready to come off the stove, so let's go. It's off the stove. What we're going to do is continue to beat this with the wooden spoon for a further 10 minutes. This will help to bring the temperature down. It will put a bit of air into it, and the fudge will start to thicken. 10 minutes later, as you can see, this has thickened up quite considerably, so let's transfer this into our waiting pan. Our fudge is ready to go into the fridge. Now put it into the fridge for at least 6 hours, because it will take a while for it to set. After about 3 hours, it will seem like it's set on top, but it will still be setting underneath, so make sure it's in there for at least 6 hours. Then you'll be able to slice it up. Here is some of our completed caramel fudge, and I cannot wait to have a taste. Oh my God. Ridiculously sweet. Beautiful caramel butter flavour and that hint of vanilla. Oh, this is divine. And it tastes virtually identical to my mother's original recipe, so I'm happy with that. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this recipe. Check out my other videos at OnePotChefShow.com. And until next time, see you later.